we're live, all the way live. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I am loving life. I hope that you can say the same tonight. We got a lot going on. But before we get into that, let's take a second right now. If you haven't done it before, hit that subscribe button. When I last checked, Jimmy, we were only 13 away subscribers from 1,800. So we're getting close to a big number there. If you haven't done it already, now's a good time. Take a second. Give that video a thumbs up. It helps us a lot. When you subscribe, there's a little bell there that you can ring. It turns on the notifications, lets you know every time there's a new video. And for weeks and weeks and weeks now, every day, there's new content on the Imagine YouTube channel. So a lot of free stuff, a lot of great matches for you to check out. Tonight, let's talk about it. We got a lot of things going on. We're going to hear from Tito Warwick, the Power Brokers, Lucio DeVere, Eric Enders, Ross and Son, Jimmy the Hippie, The Watch, the Rad Boys, and more. Then tonight, later on tonight, we got two great big matches. First, in a preview just ahead of this Saturday's tag team bout between Jimmy the Hippie and the Rocker Chris Sands. They're going to be going, and they'll be in tag team action against Ross and Son. A little preview of that tonight. We're going to see James Ross taking on the Rocker Chris Sands. Look forward to that one. Two young, excellent athletes. Then later on tonight, we are going to see the most epic feud in the history of Imagine Wrestling, the little over 4-year history. These guys have fought tooth and nail and put on some of the greatest matches in Imagine Live history. It's going to be Rad Boy Braden Elliott going one-on-one with the Imagine Live champion, Malachi Gage, for that Imagine Live title. And I'm looking forward to this one. Every time those two get in the ring, it is always great, and it is always dynamic. Then to close down the show, we are going to have a contract signing right here in this folder between Chris Coleman, the #1 contender. He will be signing his contract to fight for the title this Saturday night against the current champion, Gorgeous Gregory. Big night this Saturday. VIP tickets, as per usual anymore, are completely gone. The VIP tickets sold out. Man, we appreciate all you guys that are getting those VIP tickets. Now the general admission tickets are starting to sell relatively quickly. So you want to be on the forefront of that. You want to be somebody who is getting those tickets and getting ready. Bring your money this Saturday night, and you can get yourself them VIP tickets. Don't miss out on them. And, man, I am looking forward to that. Then from there, after this Saturday, the next time you can see us live and in action, that is on May 20th. That is in Houtsdale. We are going to be up there, and that building is called the St. Barbara Parish. It's at 76 Emory Avenue in Houtsdale. Great little venue. It's only going to be our second time back. It hit it last time at a very odd time around the pandemic, and so we've not had the opportunity to go back. But, boy, nice people up there, good people in Houtsdale, and we're anxious to get back and get ready to see that all over again.
Cool building, too.
Very cool. I mean, very cool for sure. Then from there, we are headed to Sykesville, back to the fair. I finally got final confirmation. Those tickets to get into the fair, to see everything that's going on, including Imagine Wrestling. This is going to be a Saturday night show, not a Wednesday night show like last time. It's going to be a Saturday night, and that is June 24th, and it's $10. $10 to get into the fair, see wrestling, walk around the Midway, check out the rides, everything you want to do. And for the first time in the history of the Sykesville Fair, you're going to be able to pick those tickets up online. As soon as they send me a link, I'll send you guys a link. But $10 to get into the fair, nothing else, man. It's worth to get into the fair and get that fair food, man. I ate something really good last year, and I can't remember what it is right now off the top of my head, but I had a big lunch. Hey, man, I'm a hungry growing boy. Someday you'll be a full-grown adult, and you'll have to eat 16 meals a day.
Okay, fair enough.
It comes as you get older. You'll see.
Okay.
Then we are working on it. I don't have any final confirmation about this yet, but we are working on it right now. We may be looking at a 2-day show in DuBois coming up as well very soon. As soon as we have all the information for that, we will let you know that as well. One more thing to discuss before we get to our big first match here tonight, which is going to be James Ross taking on the Rocker Chris Sands. I want to tell you about our two sponsors first. For Altoona this Saturday, we're going to talk to you about Renewal by Anderson and our friend Jordan Treese. If you're looking for high-quality windows and or patio door investment options within your budget, contact Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870, or you can visit their showroom at 487 Municipal Drive in Duncansville. And I say this every week, and I genuinely mean it. Jordan Treese, who is our DC Bentley, is a good man, and I think he'll take all the appropriate steps to make this process as easy as possible for you. But, you know, having high-quality windows and doors, it works on a few levels. It helps keep you energy efficient, and equally as important, it increases the value of your home. So if you want to borrow money against your house someday, you gotta have good equity within your house. And then when we get to Houtzdale, our sponsor up there is Envision Metalworks. Their number 814-577-3726. As you can see, they made this for us. They do all sort of welding and fabrication and powder coating, among other custom work. Just ask for Mike. That number again, 814-577-3726. You can tell him Cato sent you, and he will give you some great deals. But look up their Facebook page. We shared their information before on our Facebook page. They have some cool stuff up there. There's no doubt about it. Whoo, that was a mouthful.
Sure was.
Now it's your part of the show where you talk about the wrestling, because it's time for us to head to the ring, man.
It is, and there's no time than the better. Let's head to the ring.
Right now, let's go. First, he is accompanied by his father, the good neighbor, John Ross. He is the great neighbor, James Ross.
The overachiever.
One half of Ross and Son. What a dynamic tag team. His opponent, he will be your partner this Saturday night. He is from Paradise City. He is the Rocker, Chris Sands.
That's my buddy. Me and him this Saturday tag teaming.
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Big
tag team match. Tell you what, man, I am looking forward to that one. That's going to be a great fight this Saturday. And this is a great look ahead of things right now. We ready for this? Yeah, get that idiot down.
There's our opening bell.
Yes, sir, man. This is a great action between two very young guys. I think James Ross recently turned 19. The Rocker is 21. You talk about two guys who have a huge upside and a huge future. You're talking about it right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Two very innovative, agile wrestlers.
Whoa!
There you see it. Takes him right off his feet. Headlock takeover on a moving man. Not easy to do. Makes it look pretty.
Yeah, I mean, that is dynamic. I mean, I don't know how better to sell it than that. That is dynamic.
It really was. James Ross, I call him the overachiever for a reason. Oh, Chris Sands shows up a beautiful one of his own.
Yeah.
Completely different style. Very efficient, though.
These two can get it done on the mat. There is no doubt about that. They are great.
James Ross with a handful of hair there for a brief second gets a noogie for his troubles. Chris Sands already not putting up with the games of the Ross family.
I mean, good. I mean, doesn't this kid need a noogie once in a while?
It's time someone puts a stop to these, and
Yeah.
I vow to do it, and Chris Sands is right there alongside me.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I think I mentioned this last week. This Ross and Son, they're dorks.
They really are.
I mean, you want to look
Dork
up
almost got pinned right there.
You want to look up dorks in the dictionary. Their faces are there.
Yeah, and I feel like James Ross actually has a chance at this, but until he gets rid of his dorky father and gets out of underneath that, he doesn't have a prayer. He's going to end up with the same results Johnny has, and that's going to be weird ones.
Trying to. I failed to do this earlier. I'm trying to watch the match and share our video to a few places here. So
that's all right. I got you, buddy.
I appreciate that.
James Ross, very reluctant to enter back in. Chris Sands ain't going to wait for him. I think James Ross might be playing some mind games here. If Chris Sands was smart, he wouldn't fall into this trap. All right, both men back in. We're going to start it off again here.
Sort of taking the shortcut there. High wrestling IQ, though. I mean, it's you want to get an advantage in a fight however you can. Now, within reason, when the guys start to rake the eyes or pull the hair, I don't necessarily like that. But I don't necessarily have a problem with a kick in the guts either, though. Beautiful arm drag. 2 in a row. Went for a third. And again, smartly to the floor.
They got to keep neighbor Johnny out of there. He was almost reaching through the ropes there again.
I'll tell you what I like here, though. I like both sides of this. James Ross taking a break. Rocker not making a mistake. God, he got all that drop kick there.
Absolutely. Knocked it right through him.
Not making a mistake, not getting frustrated, not going to the floor. Just as I said it, he felt like he had enough. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully we don't see John Ross get it smart out of the way of that elbow. It's the Rocker Chris Sands. And this has been a very one-sided affair to this point. Oh, he ripped his arm down, caught that armpit underneath of the, over top of the top rope, and trapped the arm for a Russian leg sweep.
Beautifully done. I've seen his father use that same move with that arm trap Russian leg sweep. Very, very effective. A lot of torque on that elbow.
See, we got a lot of folks watching tonight. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight. We're getting to see some, oh my God.
Trying to separate that shoulder.
Oh my God, are we going to check on him? Is he able to continue? That looked horrendous. Anyway, like I was saying, we appreciate you all tuning in tonight. If you haven't done it already, take a second right now and like the video, give it a big thumbs up, let everybody know that you're part of the Imagination, and more importantly, part of this Imagine family. We survive by you. We survive by you following us, and it's never lost on us the importance of the Imagination.
Nasty, nasty work done to that shoulder of Chris Sands. He started with the elbow, advanced a position to the shoulder with that nasty drop back shoulder lock.
Those kicks were vicious in themselves.
Absolutely.
We're seeing a different level of James Ross here tonight of not trying to win a match, but maybe hurting a guy. Is that their strategy going into the match on Saturday? If they can injure the Rocker, you gotta admit it lessens you guys' ability to wrestle at a high level when one of the two of you is injured.
Absolutely. I like much of what the Ross family does. I don't question the strategy or the effectiveness of it, but I question its ethics, I guess.
Ethics is a good word. I agree.
The best word to put it.
Question their ethics.
I mean, they get results. I mean, they're former tag team champions. We're not taking this match lightly. But don't take Chris Sands lightly either. It's going to take a lot to put Rocker out of action.
We have seen this kid fight back from so many times. Every time you count this kid out, he finds a way to fight back from underneath. And I don't expect anything less than what I'm seeing right now. He caught him.
Heavyweight champion Gorgeous Gregory tried to rip both arms out of his sockets, and he came back from that.
He fought back gallantly.
Big double axe handle. Didn't you call that a sledge? Double sledge?
Big double sledge, absolutely.
I think that's week 3 for the sledge on the program.
Yes, sir, man. That's good news.
Absolutely.
More sledges, the more I like it.
Absolutely. Continuity. That's what we're all about here on Imagine Live from the dojo. James Ross putting on a clinic. Like, question the ethics, question whatever. He's got his man down, and he is up.
Trying to putting all that weight right on the tricep. Rocker's trying to pull his arm out as wisely he should, trying to fight back. Oh, my God, that was right on the elbow. That was right on the elbow.
Referee Mike Zeke says he's okay. Great officiating here.
Right on top of it tonight. Yeah, Mike Zeke is really right on top of things here tonight. Tell you what.
Oh, no.
As one-sided as this was early on, you noticed, we talked about it earlier, James Ross continued to break up the momentum, not let Rocker get full speed ahead, and now you see it's paying off. It's smart strategy here from a kid with a high wrestling IQ. It's a term I use regularly whenever I'm talking about James Ross, and it's showed to this point, but now we're seeing that heart and that fire and that desire out of the Rocker Chris Sands. Let's see if he can build some sort of a comeback out of this. Block the punch, but with a bad arm. Ducks the next one. Big back elbow.
There we go.
This is where you don't want to be if you're James Ross. Trying to build some momentum. Is the Rocker. Bang your head, and he got him right in between the eyes. Trying to shake off that arm injury. Got him with the clothesline. Let's see what he got. Going for that bulldog this time with a right arm and delivers. This could be it.
Some rug burn on the face of James Ross there. It was all matte for him.
Come on, hey.
Neighbor Johnny did something. I think he hit Chris Sands' foot or something there.
Come on now. Johnny got involved. Johnny got involved.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is ridiculous. I'll tell you what, man. That was asinine. Jimmy going to check on his partner here. I mean, They can't help themselves, man. John Ross and them, they can't seem to help themselves. Let's go ahead and head to the...
Good evening, Imagination. I am Dave Brown. I'm here with two of the members of the Power Brokers. Guys, we just learned that there's been a change to your match. It is now going to be Tito Warch and the Rad Boys versus Spencer Slade, Paulo, and Mambo. It's now 6-man tag. I think I kind of already know, but what do you guys think of this?
I thought it was just going to be us against Tito Orris. You see, this isn't games. The shenanigans that Cato wants to play with us. Conspiracy, because he doesn't like the Power Brokers. You know why? Because he doesn't have anybody else on his roster that looks like us or brings as much value to his little promotion here in Altoona that we do. Look, I'm the one that controls the contract for Tito Orris. I sign off on the matches that he's involved in. This is just more bias that Cato has against us, especially me. From my Imagine World Heavyweight Championship, I have yet to get my rematch. Couple months ago, you, Cato, and Jimmy the Hippie screwed me. I'm the money, I'm the star of this promotion, and I haven't gotten my title shot yet. So you want to bring in the Rad Boys? You know what? We'll kick their asses back to Disneyland. They can go play on the little Nickelodeon Panga, wherever they want to do down there. But after this match, Ken, you better give me my Imagine World Heavyweight Championship, because if you don't, I'm gonna not me, the Power Brokers, because they don't like you too, just like me. We're gonna physically take you out, so you can't control this company anymore. Because a World Heavyweight title belt should be around my waist, and the Power Brokers will continue to go on and do what we do better, and that's take over this crappy town known as Altoona, Pennsylvania.
I don't know, man. It's been going on for a while now, and I feel like I've had enough of it. So every time I turn around here, Spencer Slade's got something to say to me, and I have no idea why. I'm a guy who stays behind the curtain. You don't need to say my name, dude. I'm the wrong guy. Don't let this old man gray hair and his gray beard and the fact that I haven't wrestled in 3 years confuse you. You and me are not the same. While you spend all your time building those glory muscles, I still got the best right hand in Altoona. So if you keep running your mouth, I'm not going to fight you in the ring. You and me will meet outside in the parking lot, and you will not enjoy it. I'm not one of these mark promoters that's got to get in the ring and get their jollies. So you better focus on the Rad Boys and Tito Warwick this Saturday and keep my name out of your mouth. At this time, let's go ahead and bring to the interview area Malachi Gage, Alpha Rick Matthews. I'm talking about the watch. You guys got a big match tonight. You guys have a pair of really dynamic tag team singles matches this weekend against another tag team, Enders and Lucio. How you guys feeling about tonight? How you guys feeling about this Saturday night?
I'm ready. I'm ready for tonight. I'm ready for Saturday night, because tonight I revisit an old enemy, Braden Elliott. Tonight we step in the ring yet again. But tonight is different. No breaking rules. No bending rules. Man on man. Professional wrestler versus professional wrestler at its very best. You find out why I'm the Imagine Live champion. Which brings me to this Saturday. I step in the ring with old Pops, Lucio DeVere. We fight another battle in a war I've already won. And you'll find out something else. That the circus isn't dead, but you are.
You know, Gato, it's true. The fans are in for a treat tonight because my boy Malachi Gage is about to retain the Imagine Live title. But, you know, the thing that I can't shake that keeps bugging me every single week, Lucio DeVere, Eric Enders, the comrades, keep sticking their nose in the watches business, in my business specifically. And you were gracious enough to give us the opportunity this Saturday to go one-on-one with those idiots. I know Eric Enders likes to run around throwing his PhD in people's face. Well, I can tell you this. Come Saturday, you're going to need more than a PhD to deal with the alpha power, baby. You guys are going to find out why we are next in line for the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Championships, and why the entire tag team division is for the watch.
Tell you what, there's a lot of great matches to look forward to this Saturday. I know there's a lot of unresolved issues between the team of Enders and Lucio DeVere and their situation with the watch, and hopefully we'll get some answers this weekend. These guys can sort of sort things out. Let's go ahead and bring it at this time. If you're talking about tag team wrestling, the conversation begins and the conversation ends with the current reigning and defending Imagine Tag Team Champions. Jake Wiley feeling pretty good tonight. Braden Elliott, I got to tell you, man, this match tonight, I am beyond looking forward to it. How are you feeling about things?
Well, I know you're looking forward to it. I know everybody at home is looking forward to it. Jake's looking forward to it because it's the longest rivalry in Imagine Wrestling history. And tonight, I think we end that rivalry by me taking the Imagine Live title from Malachi Gage, because the guy that was the first Imagine Live champion will, at the end of the night, be the current reigning Imagine Live champion. But Jake had something to say about this Saturday.
Saturday! That's right! It's the 3-man, 6-man dance! For these! You see these? These are what matter!
He's bad at math.
What?
Also, these aren't on the line.
That's right! These aren't on the line! But these are what matter! And you know what? Imagine fans watching at home. My blood pressure's going up.
Yeah.
We're going to be there, and you guys should be too. So buy a ticket. Whenever the Rad Boys are in there, you watch. Tell them the line.
Yeah. I don't know why or when you became nuts, but this Saturday, everybody's going to find out that the Rad Boys are in the house!
Stranger in my house.
Can we get that dude some medicine? Some sort of something? I don't know. Let's go ahead and bring it at this time. We're going to hear from the previous team that was the tag team champions, James Ross, however you got it done. A little bit shady in my book. But you did pick up the win tonight. You guys got a big tag team match coming up this Saturday as well.
Yeah, well, I heard you introduce the Rad Boys as when you talk about tag team wrestling, it starts and ends with them. But I think we're the peak tag team in Imagine Wrestling, and we have been since I debuted back in August. That being said, we're done with the Rad Boys. What we're focused on right now is Jimmy the High-Flying Hippie and the Rocker Chris Sands. I mean, before I get into Saturday, did you see what I did tonight? Yeah. I beat the Rocker Chris Sands. I beat him fair and square in the middle of the ring using a good old-fashioned schoolboy because it was elementary. An easy 1, 2, 3. And now the same result is going to be waiting for us on Saturday. Whenever we get the Rocker and the Hippie in the ring, 2-on-2 in tag team action, we will once again prove that myself and my father, Ross and Son, Good Neighbor and Great Neighbor, are the best tag team in Imagine Wrestling.
Oh, wait. That's Saturday. But wait. Well, what about tonight? What happened tonight, son? What happened tonight?
I won.
So what you're saying is that you gave the Rocker the old razzle dazzle. You gave him a good mugging.
Yeah, I gave him the old 1, the old 2, and the old 3.
And then Saturday, we get to beat up the Rocker and the Hippie in the same match. Wait, hold on. I need you to hold this.
Why is your head bleeding?
It's good.
So the rocker and the hippie. The rock. Oh. So
This is the rocker. And this is the hippie.
I'm confused what this has to do with a wrestling match. I'm just pointing that out.
we get to beat up the rocker and the hippie. This is Canada Dry. It's Schweppes. That's the best of both worlds. Oh, that's good.
God, I hope they beat you two up so bad. You two are the worst. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Let's go ahead and bring in right now a guy who may confuse us all with his big words. He's the man with a PhD. He's Eric Enders. Enders, you got a big. First off, people have seen this play out before. We got a match here with Malachi Gage, and I assume that you and Lucio DeVere have a plan to attack. I can tell you now, that's not going to happen tonight. This is a match I'm super looking forward to. So if you interfere in this match tonight between Malachi Gage and Braden Elliott, you're suspended.
You think that matters to me?
Yeah.
You think either of those things matter to me? Look, the biggest problem I have with the sideshow Nepo baby, that clown Malachi Gage, is that he gets chance after chance after chance at championships until he's handed one, right? How many times in the last year has Malachi Gage had a World Heavyweight Championship match? How many times has Malachi Gage had a tag team title match? How many times has Malachi Gage had an Imagine Live Championship match? How many times in the last year has Eric Enders had any shot at a championship? Not once. But that comes later. Because this Saturday, it's me and that toxic man, Rick Matthews, one-on-one. And this time, there's not going to be any sneak attack before the match. There's not going to be any counting the three before the bell even rings. No. He is done for. And you know what? When I say done for, I might very well mean done for. I'm sure, Imagine Nation, that Cato later is going to come and tell you about how much you're valued. Well, here's the truth. Human life has no value. It means nothing.
All right, that's Eric Enders for tonight.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Eric Enders for tonight. That is not true, man. You guys matter, and I'm going to tell you more about that later. At this time, let's go ahead and head to let's hear from Tito Orrick right now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, we just got word that match on May the 6th, instead of it being a 3-on-1 match, the Rad Boys are joining you, and it's a 6-man tag. Tito, what are your thoughts?
Well, after that match with the Rad Boys and them coming out to save me, it only makes sense to let them whoop your ass too. I'll see you all on May 6th.
A man of few words, that was the Bosnian Bonebreaker Tito Orrick. Back to you.
We heard from Tito. He's finally on board. He knows about the 6-man tag. At this time, let's go ahead and bring in. Well, you got a big match this Saturday night. But before we get to that, in case you were still sitting in the locker room and you didn't hear, if you in any way interfere in this match between Braden Elliott and Malachi Gage tonight, you will be suspended. That means no match Saturday, no shot at Malachi Gage.
First off, why would I need to interfere? I don't need the advantage, even though you and everyone in the Imagination wants to do everything to put me at a disadvantage. Every time I'm in a match, everyone interrupts. No consequences. It seems like every match here, someone always interrupts, but yet no consequences for them. But if I'm going to interrupt, all of a sudden I'm going to get suspended. Anything to give Malachi Gage, anything to give the Watch the advantage, but I don't need it. What would even be left of him if I entered in this match? If I got involved at all, I want him at 100% this Saturday. I know what he's capable of. He's my son, and we've had many battles. He wants to say the war's over. Well, if the war's over, it's because I've already beat you countless times. What happened last month in Altoona? If I recall, it ended with you laying in the ring, being pinned 1, 2, 3, just like it's going to happen again this month. You haven't seen the worst of what I'm capable of, Malachi. It's only just beginning if you keep on wanting to fight me. Malachi Gage, welcome to my nightmare.
There's no doubt about it, man. This feud between Malachi Gage and Lucio DeVere has been violent on a different level here at Imagine Wrestling. I expect no different this Saturday night. Talk about guys that don't like each other. Let's go ahead and bring them in right now. Certainly something you're going to have to watch out for Saturday, this distraction and this nonsense of neighbor John. So I hope maybe tonight you had a great fight in you, but stay focused on the match. Don't allow neighbor John's weirdness to get out in front of you. Big match this Saturday, big match tonight. Tell me what you're thinking.
James did beat me. There's no question about that. And there was a distraction. I should have stayed more focused. But I'm not even upset about that. He hurt my strumming arm, Cato. Okay. How am I ever going to beat my drums? How am I ever going to overcome these next couple days without my good arm? This is what I beat things with. This is what I strum my guitar with. He'll pay Saturday. I don't care what kind of ointment I need to put on my arm. I don't care how much I need to wrap it up. James will pay. John will pay too. They'll both bang their head. Take it away, Jimmy.
Yeah, Ross Dynasty. You see, it's going to be the son of song and the guru of woohoo. We're going to jump your fence, come in your neighborhood uninvited. Our new album is a double album, and it drops this Saturday. Be there in Altoona, because we will be.
That's the Army Beach sings with. Let's go ahead and check out all the matches for this Saturday night. There you go, man. 7 big matches. Some of these matches we haven't had much time to talk about. We're going to see one of the matches that I'm sort of interested in just to see what we're getting here. A1, Anthony Young, is going to be making his debut against the returning heir apparent Chris LaRusso. We have a lot of great matches. And speaking of great matches, I feel like it's time we get to our second great match of the night, huh?
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and head there right now. First, he is one half of the current reigning and defending tag team champions. He is all that Braden Elliott. Look at the shape this kid is in. Good God.
The Prince of Prospect Pool, the headlock heartthrob, Braden Elliott is all that.
His opponent, he is the current reigning and defending Imagine Live champion. He is one half of the Watch. He is the Side Show Psycho, Malachi Gage.
There's no one better coming out of Imagine Dojo. He's got more game than Milton Bradley.
There you go, man. He is, I'll tell you what, this is, you want to talk about match. You want to talk about matches. This is it right here. This is as good as it gets on a Wednesday night, man.
Absolutely.
I would wager to bet this is going to be the best wrestling match you see anywhere on any channel on a Wednesday night tonight.
Absolutely. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Are we going to see a title change here tonight on the Go Home show before Saturday's live event?
Yeah. You hate to bet against Malachi Gage, man. This kid is so good. But Braden Elliott's due.
He is. He is. Opening bell. We're going to find out here. Both men circling, very cautious. There's no two guys out of Imagine Dojo that know each other better than these two in that ring.
You couldn't have said it better. You see Malachi Gage clearly has the size advantage, a little bigger. I think the strength advantage is obviously going to go to Braden Elliott. If you want to start trading punches, I think you're going to talk about Malachi Gage having the better dynamic jabs and roundhouses and uppercuts. Whereas if you get on the mat, there's no one that can keep up to Braden Elliott right now.
I agree completely.
So
one thing we're also going to see, as you saw right there, that little tussle, emotions are going to get involved here. A lot of history. A lot of history between these two guys.
I know the fans feel a certain way about both guys, two of the most beloved figures in Imagine Wrestling, but I can tell you right now, these two do not like each other. They have never liked each other, and they understand the importance of what this Imagine Live title means right now.
Another interesting note is the lack of appearance from the strategic Jake Wiley.
Absolutely.
Braden Elliott out here going it alone.
As is Malachi Gage with no Alpha Rick Matthews. This is by design. I specifically asked each guy last week after the show ended and we knew this was going to be the match. I just want to see the two of you. And let's see who's the better man. Let's see who can pull this thing off. And both honored my wishes. And this is what we're getting.
Beautiful.
Two of the absolute best on the East Coast in singles combat.
In honesty and integrity in the ring, unlike what you saw from the Ross Dynasty earlier, these two men won't cut corners. They won't take a shortcut. They will try to out-wrestle and beat the other man.
I have made it very clear to everyone in the locker room here tonight, anybody comes out of that locker room and involves himself in this match, there will be suspensions, which means they could miss out on their Saturday payday and their Saturday match if they interfere in this match. So we are going to see mano y mano, Braden Elliott, Malachi Gage, and right now to this point, they are being cautious, not making mistakes, and I'll tell you what else, putting on a wrestling clinic to this point.
Yeah, and that's not a place Malachi Gage wants to be. He's in that headlock. Good thing he got up out of that right quick. That's Braden Elliott's forte.
There you go.
Another
Look at that
forte.
deep arm drag. Give me a break.
Does it get any sweeter than that arm drag?
I think that this is what we talked about earlier. Braden Elliott, if you're just going to wrestle, he's going to win that fight 10 out of 10. But if you want to turn it up, throw in some uppercuts, throw in some elbows, then I think that's where Malachi Gage has the advantage.
Braden Elliott stands his ground. No gloating, no following him, just waits for him to re-enter the ring.
And no disrespect either, because, Braden Elliott can throw hands too.
Oh, absolutely.
And Malachi Gage can get it done on the mat. They just have, if one's a 9, the other's a 10 in those departments.
We've seen both men endure a tremendous amount of pain. Braden Elliott, we've seen him fall from tremendous heights. Malachi Gage destroying that ladder. Good God.
Trying to throw himself out of that waistlock, but this is an area that Braden Elliott excels on such a level.
Beautiful float over there into the front chancery.
Again, nice counter though. Like I said, he's no slouch. Malachi Gage can get it done on the mat as well.
Malachi Gage got a hammerlock in there nice and tight.
Using the leverage of his opponent's head to get himself up and out. Reverses into his own hammerlock. Done to perfection. Trips his legs out. Floats over. Beautiful front chancery here. And that is wrestling.
Shoots a half.
Good God, this is both guys. Neither guy wants to make a mistake here.
Braden Elliott almost setting up for that ripcord. You remember his ripcord spine buster?
I do. It was an effective maneuver that he's won plenty of matches with. Short waistlock pulled him back into a quick pinning combination, trying to get one quick. Malachi Gage not getting paid by the hour here.
Interesting takedown there. This is one I saw Dominic DiNucci work on our trainees with one of our seminars here shortly before he passed away. Very interesting takedown and pin attempt there, Malachi Gage.
These guys here have spent time with some of the best professional wrestling trainers in the world, including Dr. Tom Pritchard, Al Snow, Ricky Morton, Dominic DiNucci, Shane Douglas.
Don't forget the Raging Bull, Manny
Fernandez. I mean, these guys have had such a sampling of great trainers. And not that I'm at their level. I'm a pretty damn good trainer myself. I've turned out a lot of good wrestlers. And, man, these guys have worked hard to take advantage of every opportunity that they've had to learn and grow. And that's showing right now.
Yeah,
these
they're
guys,
not just sitting in the seats either. They're putting it into practice, showing it off in the ring right there. Malachi Gage showed us that.
Both guys trying to not make a mistake here. Picking him straight, muscling up and over.
Dead lifts him.
Held on, though, does Braden Elliott.
A lot of strength used up there by Malachi Gage. That's going to determine his stamina.
Beautifully done, up and over. And again, back to that deep arm drag, and he slaps it on hard. Beautifully done. Both guys being cautious, trying to not make a mistake. Malachi Gage made a mistake there, though.
A little bit of hesitation gave Braden Elliott his footing. He was able to hit that arm drag right in the middle of the ring, too. Good ring placement.
I'll tell you what, this has been a dynamic. No guys. I'll tell you what else I learned. There's been no eye pokes. There's been no hair pulls. There's been no shortcuts on the ropes. These guys have just been trying to decide and figure out who is the better man. And to this point, it's been pretty damned even.
And things are getting a little more aggressive in there. You saw Malachi Gage with that forearm strike. Braden Elliott rolling right through, slapping on that deep left arm bar. These guys are getting a little more aggressive, but trying to win the match. They're not just cheating to cheat. They're not trying to take a shortcut or anything. A lot of history here, a lot of emotions, frustrations, aggressiveness is going to come into play here. I think that's about where we're getting to.
It was quite a conundrum there for Malachi Gage. He was getting forced down by that left shoulder, and if he kicked out, he was doing more damage to his arm, but he had to kick out or he lost the match.
Perfectly applied armbar there, turns it into a pin where he had to hurt himself to kick out of the pin. Very nice.
Wow, how do you like that? Imagine that, a wrestler trying to win a wrestling match.
Oklahoma roll, very nicely done also. Both men up.
Ducks the clothesline, that's where Malachi Gage wants to live. Up and over with the O'Connor roll. Ducks that boot, roll up. Good God, this thing is going back and forth. When's the last time you've seen this many pinfalls? And they continue there with a mighty struck cradle.
Right in the middle.
Oh, boy, that was close. Ducks underneath the line.
We're going to see a backslide.
Might be setting him up. Malachi with the leverage catches the backslide. Boy, that was close too. What a match we're seeing here. Backs him into the ropes. Up across. Goes for a drop kick.
Sharpshooter.
Might be going for the sharpshooter. This could be problems if he gets it. This could be it. Oh, my God, he's bent in half backwards.
Neither man giving the other guy an inch here. Great wrestling.
Man, oh, man.
That's deep.
We could be seeing a new Imagine Live champion right now. That is... If I had $1 for every match I saw Bret the Hitman Hart win with this match with his move in the 90s, what an effective maneuver. Luckily... for Malachi Gage, Braden Elliott not able to keep his feet underneath of him. Otherwise, this would have been over.
Long, painful crawl for Malachi Gage. Damage done. Look at him clutching that leg.
The damage on the knee, the damage on the lower back, kick in the chest, right in the sternum. Caught Braden Elliott unexpected, ducks the line. Sleeper hold. Beautifully done.
Shades of Roddy Piper right there, that deep sleeper hold.
Absolutely,
Braden Elliott's got a finger in there.
Oh, and he body scissors into it. This could be it now. Wouldn't that be a way? Oh, pinfall. Pinfall. Had to release the hold briefly. Transitions into a chin lock. Still has control.
Beautifully done. Braden Elliott probably able to get a breath there, though.
If you can get inside that neck muscle, into the carotid artery, that is a quick way to put a guy out. Unfortunately, the neck on Braden Elliott is hard to get through.
Braden Elliott's doing the right thing there, trying to slide fingers in at that elbow, trying to get his hand in between Malachi's arm and his throat.
Tell you what. Oh, straight right hand will change the dynamic.
That's that aggression I talked about earlier. It's coming into play.
Whoa! And now we're laying out some lumber here between the punches and the straight elbows.
Braden Elliott almost goes down off of that one.
Oh, double shot. Both guys had the same idea. Oh! I thought Braden had powered through. Twisted his neck a little bit on that one.
Yeah, ugly car wreck style double clothesline.
You might want to check on Braden Elliott there, man. He's grabbing at his arm. Looked like his neck got spun around a bit. I think he tried to power through it, but not able to get it done.
More or less collapsed to the mat.
6.
Malachi Gage showing some life here.
We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We got one thing to go after this. Of course, we're going to see the big contract signing between Chris Coleman and Gorgeous Gregory a little later on here tonight. But here we go. Both guys back up to an outstanding base. Again, trying to fight through these clotheslines. They stay up. And they are laying in the lumber hard. Who's going to get the advantage here? Braden Elliott snuck in an elbow there. Sends him up into the corner. Oh, he caught him. Over the ropes he goes. Braden retaliates with a sharp right hand, right in the point of the jaw.
Upstairs.
Oh, big European. These are the strikes that Malachi Gage specializes in.
Uh-oh. Malachi Gage climbing the ladder now also.
This one has been hard hitting. Couple shots in the back. Not a lot on those, though. You can see these guys are starting to get real tired.
Malachi Gage.
Is he headed to the top rope on a Wednesday night?
All
Give
the
me a
way.
break. Oh, my God.
A true superplex from the third rope.
Oh, my God. Who won? Who won? So, what's the decision here? All 4 shoulders were down? Is that what you're saying? What's your decision here?
Well, we either keep it a no contest or we restart the match.
I don't think you got to continue. They hit their back of their heads pretty hard. Are we seeing a no contest here? Are we going to continue this thing?
I'm in awe. That superplex, they almost went through the ring from the third rope.
You saw guys, they landed hard. Looked like they got the wind knocked out of each other. What happened?
I'm inclined to listen. They want to restart the match.
Restart the match?
Restart the match.
Let's go. Let's effing go. Freaking.
PG show here, pal.
Yeah, that's why I said freaking. Here we go. Match continues.
I guess we'll consider this overtime.
Big shotgun drop kick.
Shotgun drop kick. I'll say that Braden Elliott scores first blood over here in the overtime.
Setting him up. Is he trying to get him up on the ropes here?
Are we going to see another superplex?
God, he came down hard with that right hand. Could have been a knockout blow. Braden Elliott showing the strength of that jaw. That shot was devastating from that top rope. Through the ropes. Ducks out of the way. Might be setting him up for something here. Oh, he caught him with a super kick.
Shades of Jake Wiley there.
Oh, down he goes. Malachi Gage in all kind of trouble here. Here comes Braden Elliott with a plancha style. Catches him in another sleeper.
Lands on his feet.
2, 3.
Is Braden Elliott going to sleep here?
5.
Get him back in the ring here.
6. Come on, guys. 7.
Oh, the small of the back.
8. 9. 10.
Oh,
not how we want to see this end.
What a fight, though. I'll tell you what. Run it back. I mean, run it back. What a match. Both guys are in trouble here. What a match, though. Good God, right, Jimmy?
Absolute war. That superplex from the third rope. I mean, talk about the high rent district. The risk was there. The reward was there. But for neither man, it went all the way to overtime.
I'll tell you what.
Crazy match.
What a fight. What a match.
One of my top 3 favorite matches in the Imagine Live dojo right here.
Yeah, that's one I think is going to get a lot of replay value. We're about to head to the ring here in the next few minutes for our title match here, for our title contract signing. Before we get to that, though, I'm sure I want to leave these two guys have all the opportunity in the world to, close the show down here. Hopefully we get a nice, respectful situation. But I do want to remind people, contrary to what Eric Enders said earlier, you do matter. Your life matters. Your struggle matters. And we understand that. I especially, and Jimmy, I know we've talked about this before, we value you as a person, you as a human being. I don't want to speak for Jimmy, but I can tell you myself, I've been through many of these type of battles where the life is a struggle, and we have to work hard to continue to get through each day. Financial troubles, relationship troubles, just the general doom and gloom of the world can really get us down sometimes. But we need to stay strong. We need to be there for each other. We need to reach out when we have problems and we need help. Nobody's going to think less of you. If you're struggling, reach out to a friend, reach out to a professional, reach out to somebody that's an associate. You'll be surprised how kind people can be if given the opportunity to be kind. So stay strong. We need you out there. We have two things we want to cover, and then we're going to call this a night. We want to remind folks again of our two sponsors here real quick. Of course, these shows are continued. The Altoona shows are continuously sponsored by Renewal by Anderson and our friend Jordan Treese. If you're looking for high-quality window and patio door options, Jordan's your guy. He's a good man. He's our DC Bentley. Then from there, we want to talk about our sponsor in Housedale. That is Envision Metalworks. They do welding, fabrication, powder coating, among other custom metalworks. Ask for Mike. Tell him Cato sent you. His number is 814-577-3726. They do amazing work. Just like this, check out their Facebook page. They have a lot of cool stuff that they make. They do any kind of fabrication that I understand that you would need. So, yeah, they're great guys. So let's Mike's a good man, and he's helping us out with the Housedale show, so we appreciate him.
Well, it takes a lot of moving parts to make this work, and the most important part is the imagination. We support those who support us. We ask that you support those that support us and visit these sponsors as well.
But it's time for us to see a contract signing. I have the contract in my hand. Let's go ahead and head to the ring right now. Come on over here. Let's see if, just in case, shoot me in case I fall down getting in the ring, which is always a possibility. All right, it's real simple. Real simple. It's going to be Gorgeous Gregory. It's going to be Chris Coleman at this time. Let's go ahead and bring first our champion, Gorgeous Gregory. Okay? Not sure why Ross and Son are here. I'm good. Come on in. Good? You gonna rip your pants?
I got new pants today.
Good. Good. Come on in.
We're gonna be having no problems tonight.
All right. Look at this guy. Has to get the special treatment here.
Brand new shirt. Hold on. Oh. Pull up my pants. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Okay, great. Have places to go and things to do. Come on.
Everywhere I go.
People want to see this contract signed, so let's go ahead and get to that. At this time,
Where's my seat at?
I don't care, to be honest. Sit on either side.
There's two chairs right here.
Sit right there.
Okay. All right. I'll sit right here.
And the challenger, the number one contender. Let's bring him to the ring right now. He is the world beater, Chris Coleman. Okay, I guess everybody bringing an entourage tonight. Let's keep this thing separate here. Let's keep this thing separate. Let's go right around the front here. We don't need any type of problems or physicality tonight. You want to sit on the opposite side? I can bring the chair over here.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's going to make it easier, and we're not going to have any physicality, then I'm way on board for that, okay? All right.
I'm so mad.
All right. Simple contract signing.
You should be happy, right?
Everybody understands the rules. So where we're going to start is right over here. Champion, Gorgeous Gregory. There's a line for you. It's right here. You've already read this.
I have.
I need you to sign this. You going to talk? All right.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why we need talking at a contract signing, but go ahead.
Bravo, brother. You did it. I mean, you really done it. You made it back to the main event. Congratulations. How long's it been? How long's it been, boys? Huh?
Has it ever happened?
Yeah. Oh, it's happened. It's happened. It's happened before. I'm not sure you were here for it, but
No.
Johnny, how long has it? How long has it
you were
been?
still in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been? About probably. Man, I was still training here. I was still a train. Look at this guy over here. That's a. I was still a training. It's been over a year, Chris Coleman, since you've been in the main event. And man, you get to step in the ring with gorgeous Gregory. This is your gift from God. It's funny. It's funny. You worked your ass off for this. I commend you and I respect you for that. You beat Spencer Slade fair and square. You belong in this match. You earned it. But while you're earning things, I was born for this, baby. I was born for this spot. I was born to have that. This was always supposed to be me. And it was never supposed to be you. The only thing you'll ever be is second best. This pen doesn't work. Hold on. Where can I... Give me a little bit of paper. Here. James, get some ink in that pen. Keep going. Look at how unprofessional this is.
You broke our pen.
Horrible pen. Oh, there we go. Oh man, that's a gift from somewhere. I don't know. That must have fell from the ceiling, right?
Just sign it.
Okay.
Everything's got to be a big production with you.
This one works.
Great.
This one works, everybody. I'll
Great.
sign it.
Somehow you broke our pen, so that's cool.
Yeah, throw that one right back at him.
Okay, well, I guess equal time. I thought this was just a signing, but feel free to share your thoughts about Gorgeous Gregory.
Not much.
Gorgeous Gregory, you are absolutely the heavyweight champ. You have what I have tried to get to for 19 years, the heavyweight championship. And this is my time. So, I know what you're thinking. Even if it's Chris Coleman's night, you've got the Ross and Son dynasty with you. It's me versus the world. I'm fine with that. I'm the world beater. But something you need to know, I have a pinfall victory against every imagined champion ever, including you. And here's something you need to be successful in this business, Gregory. Guts and brains, and you are dangerously short on both. So this Saturday night, you had better come ready for war, because I am coming for that belt, and I will bring war to you.
Sign. So there we are. I guess we are all set. That'll do it.
All right. I'll tell you what, Chris. You know what? You know what the biggest difference is between me and you? See, we both walk in a room, right? Nobody knows us for anything. Everybody stops. They stop what they're doing. They say the same thing. Who the hell is that? But they say it in two very different tones, don't they? See, when you walk in a room, everybody stops what they're doing. They look at you. Who the hell is that? But me, I walk in that same room like a star. Everybody stops what they're doing. They drop it all. And they look at me and they say, man, who in the hell is that? That's a superstar. And that's the difference between me, a superstar, and you, a broken down, fat nobody.
All right. Take it easy. Come on now. Let's
You want it now?
Come on. Come on. All right. Let's get it. Good job. Come on now. Everything's fine here. Let's stay cool. Everybody stay cool, all right? Stay cool. Come on. What the hell? Come on now. Let's get some control here. We need some help. We need some help. Come on. Let's stop. Come on. Everybody.